All right. Good evening, guys. It's your girl Mitch Gaming, and we're officially live again for the East Africa Clash. But then this time round, we just finalized the qualifiers, and now we're going into the group stage. And for tonight, we have Group A versus Group B. It's going to be a very interesting night, to be honest. We're going to be having a lot of intense fight. You can imagine the best nine teams from every group in the qualifiers are now playing in the group stage. So that means the level of skill now has changed. Now everyone is trying to make it to the semifinals. I mean, $2,000 on the line. Everyone is trying to win something at the end of the day. So we're going to be seeing a lot of new movement here and there. We also have people. Teams have been grouped differently. Of course, they're not going to be fighting the same teams that they fought during the qualifiers. So it's going to be a little bit different. And we'll just wait and see how that goes. And for today's matches, we have match one, Erangel. Match two, Miramar. Match three, we'll be having Sanok, the land of the snakes. And then match four, again, we'll be having Erangel for tonight. So I'm hoping that every single one of you will be staying here with us live, just to make sure you do not miss the action while it happens. And of course, if you see your favorite team playing, just make sure to mention them on the comment section. I'll be on the lookout to see that. But before we can say anything else, someone forced me to say this. But anyway, again, congratulations to Somalia for getting official. Congratulations to you guys. We are really proud of you guys. And you also have every other region participating in the East Africa Clash is going to get a chance to be as official as Somalia at the end of the day. So again, it is your girl Mitch Gaming. Make sure you like it on that live, share the link as much as you can, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get to enjoy the East Africa Clash games as they continue. But for now, we are in for game one. That is Orangel. Like I said, it's going to be very intense. We're going to be having a quick look at how many teams we have here, or rather, which teams are participating when it comes to game one. That is Orangel, and for Group A and Group B, we want to see which teams are these that are participating. The flight path there, coming from the north eastern side of Erangel all the way to Primos. We're going to be seeing a lot of players going to around Sevani there. We're going to be seeing some fight there. So, of course, we're going to be on the lookout because already a couple of teams have exited the plane going to their landing spots. That means that they know where they're going to be going. We also have teams that love Kameshki, and I can actually see one of them going there. That is the Olympic and Mercenary Union. Those two teams, when they were playing the qualifiers, they both landed in Kameshki, but it seems like Olympic as well has just changed their location and they don't want to land there anymore, which is totally fine. I mean, at the end of the day, we are trying to qualify, and if we can just change our landing spot, then why not? And the safe zone again, we're definitely used to this now. We can see this safe zone going towards the northwestern side of Wrangell. Teams are not going to be forced. Teams like Mercenary Union, Olympic are going to be forced to move from where they are all the way to the safe zone where we have teams in Savani. Georgia Bull looks very crowded as of now, but we'll see how that plays out as the games continue. But like I said, let's just have a quick look at the teams that are going to be participating when it comes to tonight's game. That is Group A versus Group B. Then again, like I said, if you have a team here that you're a fan of and you want to see them win, make sure you mention them there in the comment section. I'll definitely make sure to give that team a very good shout out, because why not? Their fan is in the comment section, making sure they feel the love, and we want to see that happen exactly as it should. So let's just have a quick look at how many teams are playing tonight and what are they going to bring to the table tonight. Of course, if you already hear, the likes do matter to me at the end of the day. It really shows the support, and I'm here for that. We already have a C eSports losing one of their players, and the game has just begun. We have not even seen where people have landed clearly, but it seems like Georgia Pool is a little bit crowded. We have LELENA eSports in Georgia Pool. They have another team as well right next to them there. So we're going to be expecting some fight happening there sooner or later. We can see the lower side of Georgia Pool as well. Seems to be having a couple of teams here. So that means the Strike eSports will be exposed to some fight there sooner or later. But just let's see what Group A has for us and which teams are going to be playing from Group A. So Group A, we have Neon Esports, so One Heavenly Punisher, Project X, ATLMAGICIANS, Mercenary Union, No Name Required, C Esports, TYCOONS Esports, Final ZEUS FINALBOSS, Team SOLOMID, and then Group B, we have the OL Esports, Relentless Esports, Soul Society, RRAGE Esports, Generation Esports, ZEUS MORIS, Strike Esports, LELENA eSports, as well as Blacklist. So we have Somalia in the building, we have Kenya, we have Madagascar, we have Mauritius. We're going to be seeing between these countries which country is going to be taking this thing home. We have Ethiopia as well in the building. We have Djibouti in the building. Seems like Uganda and Tanzania did not get a team qualifying, unfortunately. But we hope in the semi-finals or the finals that they'll be joining us again just to make sure they can stand a chance just to battle in the East Africa clash. It is a battle between the countries from East Africa, 8 countries. Already we have a push there, beautiful drop shots there from Cyrax. We have to see what is going to happen there. Pre-fires, nice. Esports with S1 does get the fast knock. Then we have 183 man coming in fast enough to get his teammate, but then it doesn't work because the fast has been confirmed. It doesn't really have any nades there because they did not get some time to loot up. But we have Finn watching from afar as well. We're going to be seeing how that plays out for one Heavenly Punishers. But then again, they're already one player down. So Arman now feels the pressure, feels the need to get something happening here for his team. But then they're not backing down. It is just the beginning of the game. Fast zone in. We're yet to move to the second zone, and we have one Heavenly Punisher losing one player already. Another player basically flies in there, does get knocked. Unfortunate, of course, that's going to be an immediate task. We have another push happening there. A 1 HP player, man with S1, trying to do the same thing that happened to his teammate. Doesn't get the first 2 attempts there, doesn't really get a knock, does get the damages. But then the shotgun does miss the fire here, and unfortunately for him, one Heavenly Punishers have been eliminated. We are just getting started, people. We are just the first zone. This is going to be a very heavy fight. It's getting very intense there. We're going to be seeing teams exposing themselves to unnecessary fights. But it is just what it is, $2,000 in the line. Every single team that makes it to the top 16 walks away with a part of the prize pool. The question is your team going to be getting something from that $2,000? And for the MVP as well, like I said, we're going to be seeing a lot of people trying to get the MVP because MVPs get $100, and that is actually really big. So imagine being an MVP, $100 in, and then you come back and you're now your team wins the game. So you know what happens there? You have the prize pool and you have the MVP award. So you're basically winning on both areas. And we hope that most players here make it to that, make it hard for the MVP battle. You know, make it hard for you to see who is going to be the MVP at the end of the day. But that's just that. That's just it. These are the East Africa Clash games. Like I keep on saying, like, share, subscribe. It only takes 1 second to like that live stream just to show your support. If you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that sub button and you'll get to enjoy more of the East Africa Clash. And for this beautiful production, like I said before, it is all courtesy of GPE Esports. If you want to check them out, go ahead and check them on Instagram. GPE Esports, you want something like this, DM them, they got you. You'll enjoy your live with good production for your people, basically. And then, of course, a big shout out to our sponsors for this game. We have the Esports Somalia Association giving us something as well for this. We have Kenya PUBG Mobile League also coming in as the sponsors. And we have Riveros Foundation, the newest sponsors when it comes to the prize pool. So we thank you guys so much. But then, again, big shout out to the people watching. You guys matter the most and we appreciate you. And for the people that did get to, register and participate in this tournament. So we're going to be checking just a quick look what is happening right now. The zone is about to close in. Teams are going to feel a little bit more pressure now. We just lost one team only. We're yet to lose any other team because no one now wants to engage in any fight. But when we look at the zone now, it's getting smaller. Players are being exposed to fights. I think when you can see what's happening in Judgeable, the lower side of Judgeable there, we have at least 2 teams there. We have also teams coming from Hospital and Gatka going towards Judgeable. That means we're going to be seeing something there as well sooner or later. So let's just hope teams are not going to be taken back to lobby before they can get to enjoy what is happening in these games. These are the East Africa Clash qualifiers, not qualifiers, qualifiers and elastic. Sorry for that confusion. These are the East Africa Clash group stages, and we are in the first stage, that is Group A versus Group B. A very, very heavy lobby. You've seen the teams out there. I mean, Mercenary Union is in the building. Blacklist is in the building. We have OL Esports in the building. We have which other team? We have Neon. We have FINALBOSS. I mean, if you look at the names for the teams participating, in this group stage for day one. If you've never seen actual violence, then wait till the fights become intense, till the zone becomes smaller. For now, everyone is basically playing it safe. For teams, for the team like 1HP, unfortunately for them, they decided to go on and engage in a fight this early. That's also quite unfortunate. But we're yet to see, is this the end of them? Is this the last straw they have when it comes to playing the East Africa Clash group stage? Are they going to recover at the end of the day? Remember, group stages go for 4 days as well. Each group will go against each other, so we're going to be seeing there a lot of lobby switches to see which lobby is the heaviest and all that. Again, if you see a team that you like, make sure to shout them out there in the comment section, and it'll be my duty to make sure I give them the shout out they deserve. Again, we're yet to see any fight happening. Teams are still trying to squeeze in into the safe zone. We're yet to see, is it going to be Somalia taking the chicken dinner? Is it going to be Kenya taking the chicken dinner? Is it Ethiopia? Yo, MRU? What happened there? Yo, no, that is the TSM. Oh, I actually thought it was MRU, but then it is TSM joined as a solo, as a duo, sorry, and unfortunately they have been taken a battle of their blacklist, finally taking one elimination, and actually they joined as a solo. Huh, that's quite unfortunate for them, but it seems like now teams are now getting closer to each other. Beautiful spray there from Strike Esports. Yet to see what's going to happen here, but we hope the violence increases as we continue. Like I said, when you're watching the live stream, when you tap the like button, please confirm are you the reason the likes are not much to the viewers, and we'll be enjoying the games as they continue. We have their team passing by a Strike Esports. It seems like ZEUS, the final boss, are now engaging in a fight as well. They're going to be well, it is just the beginning of the game, but they still want to continue engaging in a fight as the game begins, and we are going to see, is it going to be worth it? Godly there loses one of their players are being taken back to lobby. Project X being gatekept there. There's a team waiting on them as they try to make it to the bridge there that goes to Georgia. But that's going to be quite a hard flank happening for them as well. But we're going to see if that's going to be the case. Khalid, they're getting Meds, the Throna team. Beautiful to see Relentless Esports in the game. When we were watching the qualifiers, interesting fact, someone told me how Relentless is a good team, and they were exactly that. They fought their way to the chicken dinner, the best IGL from Ethiopia, basically, that is Khalid, led his team to that winner chicken dinner. Now we have Mercenary Union players just passing by, scouting out the area, finding places that they can hold as the zone closes in. Second phase of the zone, we're going to the third phase. Fights, of course, are going to start coming up now. ZEUS final boss here. Our player seems to be really, really damaged. They're trying to make it to the zone. RRAGE Esports as well seems to have another team passing by. So what is happening right now is that people are basically scouting out areas, finding places that they can engage in fights. And that's something we're going to be seeing. How is it going to play out at the end of the day? RRAGE Esports are trying to make it safe here, trying to survive and trying to see how they're going to go about it. Blacklist as well seems to be losing players here. Fights have now started coming up. Teams are now going closer to each other. Zone is getting smaller. It's going to be a matter of, am I safe? Am I at the right place at the right time? Or I just cooked my team. Did I just cook my team? Let's just have a quick look what is happening here. Neon Force are trying to make it to the safe zone. Things are going to be changing as well. Blacklist does get to engage in a fight, gets at least 2 eliminations. LELENA Esports are getting the damage done. Blacklist, we have Moses C. That's the name, right? I keep on saying it wrong, but well, I'm probably going to get it right sooner or later. OL are taking on the players from Project X. LELENA boys are not really engaging at all. They want to keep it safe. They've been getting the damage done. Blacklist, but then nothing is changing as of now. People are just watching this from afar, maintaining their safe sports. But then OL Esports seems to be confident enough to go for that push, getting their thirst on. Project X, Kurt are trying to go for that push. Beautiful spray that doesn't really get anything happening there. The damage is in, gets a fast knock. Xerox is down. Card might just be forced to engage in a 1v4 right now against OL. The fire is definitely in. His teammate flies in there. Beautiful drive-by, gets the knock there with the vehicle. We have now Knight as well coming in, trying to get some cover on their teammate Cards after getting the first knock there. The first are definitely in. You can see how Project X has split up through the area, but then Swash now sees that this is not something we want to engage in right now, and they change their position. They have gone further away from the fight that is happening there from OL. eSports cart now. After getting that, feels a little bit safe now. The teammates are in. The knock has been confirmed. But then what is going to happen after this? A third phase of the zone, 1 minute in, we're going to go into the fourth phase of the zone. It's going to be a little bit intense now. Like I said, the more we progress, the smaller the zone gets. The teams get to lose their players. C Esports are losing players there too. ZEUS FINALBOSS, we have a knock there on a C player. He is down. TYCOONS sees the team passing by, probably waiting for a chance there to engage. And Neon Force as well, just scouting out the area. I'm going to take a quick look at what is happening on the safe zone. Safe zone seems to be going towards the Judgepole. We're going to be seeing a lot of fighting there. The lower side, the upper side of Judgepole is basically surrounded, is basically crowded. Now, the mistake you will do is expose yourself. LELENA eSports haven't changed their position. Blacklist player that goes with a push, and LELENA Mosi does take him all the way back to lobby. That is Blacklist player one, Kuz, a good player as well from Blacklist. But then, unfortunately, that push was not warranted. LELENA eSports is aware that there's a player right beneath them. That is Vinx, chill boy, waiting patiently. I mean, his name does make sense here. He's a chill boy, doesn't want to go hastily on that push. But then we have a nade there, probably going to be cooked up well. You can see the cooking up on that nade probably is going to be a Kobe. The nade does go in, doesn't really get anything happening there. Chill boy still waiting for Blacklist players to make a mistake. The tables will definitely turn here, depending on how Blacklist takes on this fight. We have Ronaldo there from Blacklist going in again with the nade. Second nade getting cooked up. Let's get some damage on himself. Chillboy is still standing. Chillest person I've ever seen in this game. He's not even panicking. He's not running at all. The guy is stuck at the same place without exposing himself at any point. Have their Vinx. They're still trying to cook up another nade here on the player from LELENA, but then the nades are not connecting Blacklist. They need to find a way of now going for that push. They only have one player right above them from LELENA eSports, and it is Chill Boy. Patient player. I mean, this is what we call strategic camping, not even camping anymore, but then he's strategically holding that place, waiting for someone to make a mistake. And that is exactly what we want to see. Another nade gets cooked up. Finally, we get something happening here. The nade is finally connecting on that side, not here, unfortunately. But then you have Ronaldo still trying to cook up the nades. I don't think they're aware that Chill Boy is right there. This fight is not going to end any moment because no one wants to expose themselves. We have fights happening concurrently as well. We have teams being taken back to lobby. Strike eSports is losing players as well. Chill Boy finally does go for that push. And then Nagizi, the man in the DBS, does do his thing there and definitely gets a save there on his teammates. But I don't think the revive will be happening here because the nades coming from LELENA eSports are in plenty. The nades, one might be, probably another will connect. ZEUS as well joining the party. At least the 4 teams in this party. Now, I don't know what's going to happen here now. Teams are now going to be forced to play it safe. They're going to be forced to think about how they're going to go for that push. And it's going to be very tricky to survive this. Oh, okay, you've seen what has happened there. Blacklist player Ronaldo goes outside there. Playing outside right now might not be the best thing for anyone trying to qualify, trying to get their points up. There's basically everyone in Judgepole. I told you the zone is closing in. Teams are now in Judgepole, upper side of Judgepole, lower side of Judgepole. Basically everywhere in Judgepole is crowded. And if you're not careful, you'll be losing some of their players. It seems like C Esports as well taking on the Mercenary Union team there. We have a lot of knocks on that side, and C Esports seems to have been eliminated. Unfortunately for them, their GG's on them. Luckily, they have at least a couple of eliminations in their bag. That is 6 eliminations in. We have a nade here getting cooked by ZEUS MORIS. No name required as well, taken back to lobby. I mean, it is Group A versus Group B. Best of the best teams are in the same lobby. What do you expect? What do you expect when you put the best of the best at the same place? It will be nothing but violence. LELENA eSports Mozi trying now to gather as many points as possible for his teammate. He's only remaining with his teammate now. There are only 2 of them remaining. We have more nades getting hooked up by ZEUS MORIS. Blacklist as well seems to have lost a couple of players. Nades are flying in, a lot of damage on Blacklist. But is it going to be enough? LELENA eSports is now in danger. So is Blacklist and so is ZEUS MORIS. The zone is becoming smaller. The damage might just be increased in the 4th phase of the zone going to the 5th phase. The damage will definitely be there. The zone is definitely shifting. Luckily for Blacklist, one player Gizi trying to make it out there, but the damage is quite unfortunate. And we have the players from ZEUS third part in this fight, taking players from both Blacklist and LELENA eSports. They're trying to go for that push. Paradox feeling very confident in that push. Tries to get some free fires here, trying to get some damage on the players from Blacklist. He gets on the bicycle, quite diabolical. But who are we to say ZEUS losing players as well to the zone? LELENA eSports faces the same fate. ZEUS MORIS loses players to the zone. And for Blacklist, might be facing the same fate now. The zone is taking out teams one by one, and just like that, 3 teams have been eliminated by the zone. How unfortunate is that there? But even before you could say anything, ZEUS FINALBOSS does get to engage against RRAGE eSports. 2 of their players there have been knocked. We have one player right on the farthest northern side, just where the fight is happening between RRAGE eSports and ZEUS FINALBOSS. I don't think anyone was planning to see this happening, but then we're just getting started, my people. We are basically getting started. The fights are now happening. The teams are now losing players one by one. It is not an easy thing, but then again, if you're ready here, hit that like button. It functions, it works. Hit that like button. Unless your phone has an issue, maybe the like button doesn't work on your phone, but then you can test it and tell us on the comment section, and then we'll probably send you some help your way. But then we have OL eSports. They are taking out the players from TYC one by one, but then TYC decides, all right, it's time for you to rest. Paris does take on the last player from OL, taking them all the way back to lobby. We have their Mercenary Union as well. Seems to be losing players. Turkey has been taken back to lobby. 3 players remain standing. But then TYC has to be careful. Generation Z is in the building. Gen Z's are ready to show us the millennials that this is how it's done in PUBG Mobile. So let's see if that's going to be the case. Are they going to be dominating the lobby? Or is it going to be another Gen Z era? But let's just get to it. We have Kevin there. We have Zaki. Beautiful names there. Actually, nice name as well. Generation Z. The damage down Kevin is definitely high. We have the players there from Relentless joining the party. The damage is definitely in. The shots are definitely connecting. Because ZEUS as well is really damaged. But then is it going to be enough for Relentless to take out the players there? We have Fear joining the party. Let's go Fear. S12K in. We're going to be seeing a couple of plays here. Whoa. Kazuz does get the first knock there on Relentless. We are taking him all the way back to lobby. TYC are still watching this fight from afar. They are not engaging at all. At all. TYC, after finishing OL eSports, are now waiting patiently. That is part of strategy. Relentless eSports again. G-Man is down all the way back to lobby. Now we have just 2 players remaining from Relentless. Is it going to be enough, Relentless? You all need your points here. And actually, 1 player remains. That is Khalid, best IGL from Ethiopia. Is he going to be doing that thing? Come on, Khalid. Prove us that you are the best. But then we understand again, the pressure is everywhere. Everyone is third part in the fight. Khalid getting damage. Project X getting some damage here on Khalid. 1 grenade is enough to take out this man, because where he's standing right now, he's the only one surviving. From his team, you have just 6 teams remaining. Zone is getting smaller. It is on the hill. Basically, everyone that is down has to come towards Khalid and Jan Z. Now, be careful of the Jan Z as well. You've seen what has happened there. A beautiful spray there from Khalid does get the first knock. And yes, this is where we see he's who he says he is. The S12K is in. Kazuz. It is Zaki. Actually thought it was Kazuz because he was the one who was there. But then the nade does get a Kobe. And we have the player there from Relentless being taken back to lobby. Jan Z player Kazuz. That's for TYC trying to make it to the zone. TYC Smith is down. We have now Faris being the only one remaining from his team. Is it going to be worth it? Is he going to be the one taking all the players from Jan Z? Let's see if that's going to be the case. We're going to be seeing a lot happening here. This is the final zone. Teams are now again losing players. 3 teams remaining. Jan Z, Project X, and we have another team in the building. We're going to be seeing if that's going to be the case. Project X, they're getting damaged, but then it is not really working. Are still around. The nades are getting hooked up. Kazuz and his teammate, the Jan Z's of this game, are now dominating the place. The nades are flying in. Knight might be in trouble. And there we go. GG's another Kobe there from Jan Z, telling us how the game should be played. And we actually accept it. Jan Z's. That's how the game's supposed to be played. And we are falling for that. And just like that, Generation Z just taught us how PUBG Mobile is played. We were just getting started. I mean, no one was expecting this. A lot has been happening. And we just want to say congratulations to you, Janzi, that beautiful winner chicken. Dina, you guys deserved it, and you have played it to the fullest. The nades, the Kobe's. I mean, it is your name, Janzi, and we are here to say you guys are the best when it comes to what you guys were doing. I don't even know where Janzi was when we were playing qualifiers. I guess maybe they joined in or they just changed the name, because I know Kazuz. I've seen him before playing in the Somalia game, so probably they just rebranded and changed the name. But you can tell me in the comment section if that's the case or not. But then again, congratulations to Generation Z. We are impressed. You all deserved that win. Congratulations for that win, and we want to say you deserved it. Congratulations once. And we have seen the Scobies. I mean, those made sense, and we just watched from the beginning to the end. Janzi, we don't know what to say, but Kazuz and his teammates, the Nades, the Kobe's, that a deserved win, and we're just going to say congratulations. You guys have done a really, really good job, and we're very proud of you. I believe Somalia, official Somalia, is proud of you guys, and we're hoping to see what's going to happen now. That was just game one. We have the winners there, but then we're going to be seeing if that they're going to be the same winners. We have Kazuz there getting 7 eliminations, a damage of 644. Kevin coming there with 3 eliminations and a damage of 372. We have Zaki, another Grenadier there, getting 3 eliminations, 499 damage. And Mali Boy, the most troublesome player, is having 0 eliminations at a damage of 77. I don't know how that happened, but then Mali Boy, we're hoping to be seeing more of you sooner or later. We're hoping to see what you guys are going to be providing for us in the table. And there we go. Gen Z does get 23 total points from that game. RRAGE Sports getting 13. Mercenary Union at 9. Project X 7. eSports are tying with TYC at 6 points. Relentless eSports getting 5 points in. Blacklist, OL eSports, and ZEUS MORIS tying at 4 points. Strike eSports getting 2. And then we have Neon Force, ZEUS FINALBOSS, LELENA eSports tying at 1 point. And then we have One Heavenly Punishers, no name required, Team SOLOMID, and the ATLMAGICIANS going home with 0 eliminations. Quite fortunate. I don't think that was part of their plan. But then we have the man of the match here. Of course, it's going to be Gen Z player there, Kazuz, getting 7 eliminations and a damage of 644. Getting 5 knockouts, 0 assists. So basically, those eliminations are his. No one assisted. No one assisted. Did he assist anyone? Okay, he just did his thing and survived a total of 20 minutes in the game. Congratulations again to you, because that's man of the match. We have Gen Z and RRAGE Esports, 13 total points in Gen Z, and we have 7 on RRAGE Esports. Damage dealt 1,592 Gen Z. RRAGE Esports 961. Gen Z getting 8 knockouts, with RRAGE Esports getting 4 knockouts. RRAGE Esports did the best rotations, got 0 time in the blue, and we have Gen Z getting 3 minutes and 45 seconds in the blue zone. But then again, that did pay out, and they got a winner. Chicken Dina, we have the player with the most eliminations there, as Kazuz getting 7 eliminations. Highest damage again, Kazuz 644. Grenade eliminations, Kazuz, we saw that live. 3 eliminations, the longest elimination there. We have 275 meters from OL 3RE, and we have Top Traveler as MU Prison traveling 2,827 meters. That makes sense because they came all the way from Kameshki back to the zone in Georgiapol. So that is a lot of distance covered there by this guy. So we have to give them that. So to you guys, we love to see it. And we're going to be going for a short break. We'll be seeing you guys in the next match. As usual, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Second game of the night. I mean, if game one was not intense, I keep on saying it. If game one did not make you stand up and get something to drink or something to eat, game two will do just that for you. Game two is going to be Sunhawk, Land of the Snakes. So the battle there will be a little bit different. You're going to be seeing a lot of snakes here and there. We're going to be seeing a lot of unexpected fights. But that's basically why we're here anyway. At the end of the day, we're here to enjoy the East Africa clash. Game one was Dion Gen Z got the chicken dinner, but then game two now was whoa, okay. I thought it was going to be Land of the Snakes, unfortunately. Sorry guys. It is the Land of Dust, and that is Miramar. Sorry. We're going to be seeing a lot of campers there, and it's going to be one hell of a fight. We're going to be seeing if we have any snipers, but I've never seen a sniper in the East Africa clash. That's going to be a new one. But then let's see, probably we're going to be having a new sniper in the game. But before we get there, as usual, big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you for being here, liking, sharing, subscribing. You guys the best. And we're here to see the best of East Africa. This is just the beginning. This is where we're going to be seeing out of the 8 teams participating. Out of Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Somalia, Djibouti, Mauritius, Madagascar. I mean, all those countries, Ethiopia. Is it going to be one of those countries getting the prize pool? Are we going to be seeing one country dominating in the top 16? It's going to be, anything can happen. You understand? Anything can happen. Tables do turn. Anything can happen, but we're not going to speculate anything. Let's just watch the game. Let's just enjoy. I am your host, as it says there, Mitch Gaming, and I'm the one taking you through the East Africa Clash games. Of course, Somalia, their official Somalia. Feeling proud of you guys. We hope as well for everyone else we get to be there. Big shout out to our sponsors as well. That is eSports Somalia Association. We have the Kenya PUBG Mobile League, and we also have the River Rose Foundation in the building with us. So thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting us in every single way. Again, if you want to come in, don't be afraid. You can DM us in the PUBG Mobile East Africa Discord, and we'll get to know you guys even more. But we're just getting started. I'll keep on saying it. We are just getting started. Second game, Miramar. We're going to be having 4 games tonight. Z basically surprised us. We didn't see them throughout the game. They waited it out. Then they came, got the last minute. I've been confirmed there by one of you in the comment section. Thank you so much for getting to tell me that. But then he told me that Mercenary Elite is the team that is now being called Generation Z. So we love to see it. Nice to have you around there, Generation Z. Doing your thing there, just dominating the lobby, raising the Somali flag high. But we hope we're going to be seeing new winners as well. We hope to see new countries raising their flags, you understand? But that was just the first game of the night. Looking at the flight path there, coming from the southern side of Miramar all the way to the northern side near Ahumada. We're going to be seeing what is going to happen. We want to know in Miramar who is the champion, who is the owner of the Land of Dust, who's going to amaze us, who's going to make the best rotations, who's going to be the man of the match by the time game 2 is done. And that is going to be something you're going to be on the lookout. We had there the player from Generation Z, Kazuz, dominating the game. We had him, waiting for the last minute, getting the nades in, getting relentless with the nades there. It was actually very impressive to see. Then he went again and took out Project X with the same grenade. So are we going to be seeing more of that? Are we going to be seeing more grenadiers in the second game? Are we going to be having Kobe's? Is it going to be those fights that you want to know how is this going to end? But then these are the East Africa Clash games. This happens at the end of the day. You always want to know which team is going to win game 2. The zone there, safe zone, does seem a little bit fair with the way the teams have landed. We still have teams, even despite the safe zone being clear, are still going far away from it. We have teams. Master Union has that thing. They love going far away from the safe zone, rather far away from everyone else. They love coming in when the fights are late. You understand? But then we have their eSports. The first fight of the game is going to be between Relentless and the eSports. 2 of the players here have landed together. Fear just holding the roof here, waiting to see how it's going to take on eSports player. Boss probably is going to be having the best view here. Khalid and his teammates now need to get closer to their teammate there, but it seems like Fear S1897, that's the shotgun. Let's get the knock there on C esports player boss are taking him all the way back to lobby. I mean, let's talk about that. The game has just begun. Master Union as well losing players. Already one of their teammates is down. And Neon seems to as well wants to show us that they can take out players one by one. They can dominate the game if they want to. Master Union down one player, Swashi, and it seems like Neon is not leaving here anytime soon. They want to take out Mercenary Union. But then is it going to be that day? Is it going to be that day for Neon? Are we going to be seeing Klaus dominating? Are we going to be seeing them taking out a Mercenary Union? Or is it going to be a little bit different? No mercy is a down Master Union fighting back. Finally, they get the first knock on No Mercy. We're going to be seeing a push there. That's fast knock on their end. Might just be the first they need, but we have a push there. Prison trying to take on Klaus. The damage there is definitely in. Two players for Master Union get in. The pre-fires and the DBS. Yeah, Neon Force taking on the Master Union players. Not even a DBS. Actually, it's a double barrel there from Klaus. That's taken one player from Master Union, that is Prison. And we have the players that are trying to get closer. He's healing up there. And his teammate, Tony, beautiful player. We saw last time people saying he's a good player. Taking on the second player again. That is MU, is down. And now Neon Force is ready to take them out in a very interesting manner. And they have been taken all the way back to lobby. Neon Force now can finally take the revive. They're on their knocked teammate, that is Tony. Unfortunately, he was knocked, but then luckily for him, Klaus was around and was able to give him the cover fire he needed. Mercenary Union now remaining with just one player. We saw how far he was from this fight. He decided that he's going to land as far as possible, and of course it is going to be that thing. Well, it's going to be that thing for sure. Skuma drink to watch meet. Where was Skuma yako? But then we're just getting started. I mean, make sure you hit that like button. This is the second game. Still feels fresh, still feels new. So make sure you hit that like button. Show your support as much as you can. Share the live stream link to every community that you're in. Subscribe to my channel. Let's all grow together as we enjoy the East Africa Clash games. Then again, it is what it is. We are here to see. In East Africa, which country is the best when it comes to PUBG Mobile? I have not seen a single team losing a fight. Even when the game is hard, even when you see a team getting 0 points in total, that team still joins the next game. I haven't seen a single team saying, you know what, okay, we didn't get any points. I guess we just have to pack our bags and go because yeah, that's that. We don't have any points to gather anymore. And we just let's leave. But then that's not the case. We have teams coming back doing their thing. Teams that maybe miss out, some of them probably their teammates are not around, we understand that. But then when it comes to points, I haven't seen a single team back out just because of that. And it's going to be unfortunate to have people taken back to lobby when they least expected. Let's just have a quick look at the kills. Top five there, we can see ZEUS getting 7 kills. Coming second, MU Prison 4, C Boss 3, Zaki 3, and we have Kevin 3. Basically, the whole team of John Z, actually three of the players, and all of them are in the top 5 kills. We have Master Union as well, and C Esports having at least one of their players joining us there in the top 5 kills in the game. GG's again to Kazus, for doing that thing. Has impressed us from the beginning of the game, and we love to see it. We love to see these players going all out and dominating as much as they can. We have ZEUS MORIS and Generation Z. Zaki still seems to be down. ZEUS is now taking on the players from Janzi. Project X as well are taking on C Esports, getting the first knock. The spray is in. Doesn't really anything happen there from Aria, but does get the knock. Let's go. Aria does get 2 knocks here on C Esports. That means only one player remains standing, and that is GZ. Unfortunately for him, he's only one standing. That means for now he has to avoid this fight as much as possible just to get the points for their team up before the games end. And we love to see it, and we're here to see when it comes to game 2 Miramar, which country, or rather which team, will be taking on the winner chicken dinner just before any fight happens. The zone is now closing in. A lot of teams are going to be forced to go towards the zone. It's basically focusing almost in the middle of Miramar, just focusing more on the eastern side of Miramar, northeastern actually. And we have teams already going to the safe zone. You can see people coming from treatment, going towards water treatment. You have others going towards, actually, no one is in Picado, but El Pozo might just be a little bit crowded there when people realize that El Pozo is safe, and they'll be joining each other here. They're going to be gathering in El Pozo. We're going to be seeing what's going to happen there. But then Chumasera or Chumasera, I don't really know how the pronunciation, no. But their teams coming from that place trying to make it to the safe zone as well. So we're going to be expecting to see what is going to happen there. But it seems like Godly are now taking out players one by one. Neon losing teammates, two of them already knocked down. That means they're going to be forced to go for that push. But it seems like ZEUS as well has one of the players being taken down, that is Faker. And the zone is taken on Faker. The damage is almost getting to become a little bit high. This is Miramar, big map. A lot of damage will be there. And you can see we're going to the third phase of the zone. The damage will increase, but we have teams already making their way to the safe zone. We have teams trying to do their best to survive, but is it going to be enough? Neon player Tony and Klaus have been knocked down, taken all the way back to lobby. I don't know about you, but then that's also quite unfortunate. There we have a fight here. Team SOLOMID, one player down and taken all the way back to lobby. Ronaldo seems to be doing his thing. I mean, I just got accustomed to calling him Ronaldo, so let's just get to it and keep on calling him that, because that name needs time to say it. You understand? Even Ronaldo doesn't really say it that fast. He needs time. So as well, I need some time. But then we have another nade here getting cooked up by Vinks, trying to get the last player from SoloMind. The nade is cooked up quite well, doesn't really get any damage happening there. And the last player from SoloMind seems to have decided this is not a fight we want to be taking, and it is the best call they have decided to take, to make. But we have Vinks there, doesn't let anyone run away from him. The damage is in, the shots have connected, but then the knock isn't yet to be registered. Zara is quite low. Luckily for him, he has been able to go away from the players from Blacklist. We can see ZEUS, a final boss now. They have a team as well right in front of them that's going to be forcing them to engage in some fights at the end of the day. But we want to see, is this going to be a fight they want to take on right now? Or is it going to be something they're going to be avoiding just to be safe? You understand? Well, we're going to give them time just to think it through and figure out, is it something we want to do or not. Again, a quick look at the map and just to see what is happening there. San Martin seems to be having people coming around that side, but then Hacienda is also a place the people are going to. They're ready to Del Patron their way to victory, but is it going to be enough to Del Patron your way to victory? We're going to be seeing that as well. We're just going to give the players a time to get their ideals, to think of their next move when it comes to the rotation here in the East Africa Clash Games group stage. That is A versus B, the second match of the night, and that is Miramar with just in the second game. 4 games to be played tonight. We'll be having 2 more games. That is going to be Sandhawk and Orangel. And then from that, we're going to be seeing how that plays out for these teams at the end of the day. We have a player here, OEL eSports, Nuruddin is also trying to make his way to the safe zone. We still have all the teams in the lobby, 17 teams still in the game. And it's going to be quite unfortunate that a team has basically landed the farthest place they can land in Miramar, looted the whole game, and then a team did not even loot, has been scouting, trying to find the players to take them all the way back to the lobby. And they join you and they take away a Loot X, a Project X player, goes to that push at his cart, but then unfortunately, Relentless fears no man, even Kurt, from Project X, a project we don't know what it's about, but then Fear comes in, takes him all the way back to lobby. How amazing is that? Like I was saying, don't loot too much just to come to give out your loot to someone. You have to be thinking about your next move. Are we going to be going towards Hacienda? Are we going to be going towards are we going to be going towards let me just see which place is going to be the best for now. Are we going to be going around Power Grid? Because no one is going to Power Grid right now. It is basically empty, and it is in the middle, almost in the middle of the map, but no one is going there. People are going around San Martin, Monte Nuevo. Basically, still no one is in El Pozo. So we don't know why people are not there. But then it's going to be the best time to think about, where do we want to occupy? Are we going to be occupying the hills like RRAGE eSports? Are we going to be holding this hill even when the sandstorm comes? We're going to enter in our vehicles and be safe. But it is what it is. There we can see some fire here, but we don't see any damage have been registered. A lot of players now might be forced to move, and the zone decides, let's all go to Hacienda, let's Del Patron our way to victory. San Martin as well seems to be the best place to be in, but then is it going to be good enough for everyone? At the end of the day, all we need is one winner. We can't have all 17 teams winning. I have never seen this apart from the qualifiers in the first day and the second day. We had teams waiting till the fourth phase of the zone so that they can start fighting. But then we're just in the third, and no one has been taken back to lobby. Everyone is still in the game. People are still surviving. So are we going to be seeing any fight happening at the end of the day? We're just going to be waiting it out. But we have Strike Esports there, does spot the last player from C. I mean, geez, it's going to be exposed to a lot of fighting here. Does get the first look there on the strike player. Does get pushed, and unfortunately, the DBS fears no man. Even your Scar L is just but spec when it comes to this fight. We're just having the first team here being taken back to lobby, that is C Esports. We're yet to see which team is going to be taken as well back to lobby. Another team does join them. ZEUS final boss gets closer. We have a spray there and fast player from what? Oh, it's No Mercy. Oh, it's Neon. No Mercy is down there. We have Kairos trying to cook up another nade. And we're going to be seeing a knock happening here as well. The nades, of course, are going to be cooked up here. We're going to be seeing a lot of fights there, a lot of Kobe's trying to be cooked up there, but then a DBS is in the hand. Final boss has to be careful. The DBS is something you have to think about it before you go for that push. Another player from ZEUS as well has the DBS in hand. We have final boss trying to pick up a nade there. We are yet to see a Kobe from ZEUS final boss. The damage is in. This is enough. Well, it's enough to know that you need to push. It is enough leverage to say, I am going to go for this push, but then they cannot see what we're seeing from our end. So yes, they cannot go for that push, but you can easily hear when someone's trying to heal up. And we have final boss here trying to get closer. Another nade getting cooked up. And we have Neon still trying to get those healings going on. I don't think he has enough meds to heal up fully, but then the bandages are definitely helping him get healed up here. But we have nades going in. And then final boss is finally, after throwing three grenades, the third grenade does connect and he gets that knock on, and actually knock the elimination on the last player from Neon all the way back to lobby. Then again, like I said, if you're watching this live, if you're already in this section of the live, confirm, is your like button working? Hit on that like button, check if your subscription as well is in, subscribe to my channel, and we're going to be enjoying these games till the end. I mean, at the end of the day, these games are here for you guys. We want you guys to enjoy the East Africa Clash game. Project X seems to be going closer to have ZEUS MORIS. A fake, unfortunately, has been taken back to lobby. The zone is getting smaller. Our third phase is almost to move into the fourth phase. We're going to be seeing now fights happening. Hacienda seems to be empty. Actually, no, we have teams there. San Martin as well. Our teams coming from Power Grid now, trying to make it to the zone. The zone is closing in. The fights will definitely be there at the end of the day. We just want to see, is that going to be the case? Are we going to be seeing a third party fight? But then the game again says, like I said, you have to Del Patron your way all the way to victory. And our teams are going to be forced to go towards Hacienda. Just to be on the safe side, they need to start moving now before the games become intense. So we're just going to give them time to think it through there. We have Relentless Esports still in the game here. Strike Esports passing by. Nate does spot one of the players from Strike, does get some damage there with the Mini 14. Tries to get some taps happening here and there. Nate is getting cooked up by Strike. Waiting for someone from Relentless to go for that push. And they'll be forced to take on a Kobe. The Nate is getting cooked up again. Beautiful damage. No knock yet. Still feeling confident, but then Strike Esports has been outnumbered here. And the guy has been knocked and taken all the way back to lobby by Relentless Esports. So GG's to you, Relentless. Now for Strike, they have 3 players remaining, yet to see what their best is. We have G-Man and his teammate. Nate is down. Strike is now fighting back. Fast knocking on Relentless. The Nate is getting cooked up by Mix. We have a Kobe on a G-Man. The Nate goes towards him. The nade doesn't really connect, but then the damage, of course, is there as well on Strike's end here. The nade from Relentless is getting damage on them. One player is down. They need to get that push going on. They need to get the nades, the molis, everything they have in their backpacks all the way to the players from Relentless. We have a Palma trying to cook up another nade. Let's get the first lock there. Nade is down. Tries to hook up the second nade here. Molis as well coming from Relentless. We have a push there. The S12K trying to get the knock here on the strike as he tries to hook up the nade, but then doesn't really connect. S12K is not getting any shots in. We have now S12K in again. The damage is definitely there. G-Man trying to get something happening here. Palma cooking up another nade. Probably might be a nade and a Kobe on G-Man. The nade lands. Doesn't get any damage. Oh, Nate gets knocked again. I mean, Nate, what's not happening, my guy? The nades from Striker definitely getting him. And now we can finally have a push to the S12K connects from a strike, but then G-Man is lucky. His teammate Fear is around. Does get the first and the second knock here. Strike eSports having two players down. Starlight comes in, feeling quite hot. Does the DBS whole move there with the change of the seat going to back. But then, Relentless is relentless, and they take out Strike eSports, taking them all the way back. Slow with the zone now might just be the only enemy holding Relentless from getting their win here, or rather getting their winner chicken dinner. But then they seem to be trying to make it to the zone here. We have Blacklist engaging in a fight. TYCOONS eSports watching from afar. They already made their way to Hacienda, but then is it going to be worth it? Red Fox kujia hata mimi nimechoka nayo sijui nalia nini. But we have Blacklist there. TYC Smith trying to pick up a nade. No name required. Getting pushed there. The first knock is in. And now they have to figure out how they're going to survive. A lot of fire coming towards their side. A vehicle passes by. We have the second knock there on and no name. Rage is having a good time here. Vehicles passing by, getting their knocks and almost getting their thirst here. But then is it going to be a good time for them to celebrate? No name required. Unfortunately, have been taken back to lobby there by the players from RRAGE eSports. 11 teams remaining. We were 17 teams in on the third phase of the zone. No one wanted to engage in any fight. But then now, have a look at what is happening now. People are being eliminated one by one. The zone just became smaller. Teams are going to be forced to go towards where we have Blacklist, because they are the only ones that are safe right now when it comes to this fight. And we have Blacklist trying to get some damage happening here. Two players remaining from Blacklist. Is it going to be enough to get their winner chicken dinner? Like I said, never underestimate a solo or a duo. They can do the most as long as they have synergy. They can do the most when it comes to taking out a team. TYCOONS eSports right in front of where we have Blacklist players. We have to be seeing any nades coming from TYC or even Blacklist, because it seems like they are down the nades here. ZEUS as well seems to be taking on a fight there against the RRAGE eSports. Some of their players are down. RRAGE is down at one player. A nade is getting cooked up by a RRAGE player. FINALBOSS goes in the DBS. The damage is definitely there, but no not has connected. ZEUS player is down, and RRAGE eSports second fight in a row, and they take them all the way back to lobby. But then the time is not yet there for them to rest up, because Gen Z have just locked in there. Because ZEUS cooking up a nade doesn't really get a Kobe, but then the nades are definitely getting damaged. They are on the players from RRAGE eSports. Beautiful spray there from Kevin. We have a knock to Kevin. The knocks are yet to be registered. First knock, the RRAGE eSports player is down, and it seems like a Blacklist is taking on TYC, and the TYC as well is taking on another team. So that's going to be something else happening there. But for RRAGE eSports here right now, two of their players are down. One is knocked as well, and they need to get the revive happening, because Gen Z Grenadiers are ready to take them out with the grenades. But then other nades are going to be enough for them to take out RRAGE eSports. Kazu's and his teammate Kevin are now remaining. The zone is about to close in. RRAGE eSports have the best opportunity to make it to the safe zone, but then they don't want their players from Gen Z to take this home. They want to take them out, and the fast nade there does connect there from Tacos. And now we're going to be seeing a push up in there from RRAGE eSports. On the players from Gen Z. DBS in hand. We're going to be seeing a beautiful push here at the players from Gen Z. That is Kazu's man of the match. And actually the top kill player does get the first knock there. Tacos has been knocked and casted all the way back to lobby. His teammates are trying to get close to the damage is in. And that is it for Generation Z. They have been taken back to lobby. This is just not their game. Then again, guys, all these people viewing, where are the likes? Support me in any way you can. The likes is all I need to feel the support. Looking at LELENA eSports, and now they seem to be losing players as well, one by one. Project X watching from afar. One of the players from Project X is down. The zone is closing in. Project X might just be losing their teammates to the zone, but let's just see. Is that going to be the case? LELENA eSports getting pushed there. Is it going to be a knock here? The player is low, and we have the first knock there from LELENA eSports. And now we can see what is going to happen on Project X. Might tries to get in here, gets the first knock, but then unfortunately, the man is surrounded. He's the only person remaining from his team. Now we have just four teams remaining. We when the first game was happening, the players from TSM they joined as a solo, and unfortunately they were taken back to lobby quite early. But then now they're in the building, and they're going to go against ZEUS, Team SoloMinds, and they're going to be going as well against LELENA and RRAGE eSports. I don't know if RRAGE eSports is telling the player what to do. You know how when it is the last zone and your players are solos. Basically, the only team that is a full team right now is LELENA, and they're not even a full team; they're trio. But then every other team there is a solo, and a solo, three solos. The team is watching. So now it is going to be a matter of, do I trust my instincts, or am I going to listen to my teammates and listen to their calls and go for this? But it's going to be a matter of which works for you as the person still standing from your team. It is getting smaller. The zone is getting smaller. 15 seconds in, going to the 8 phase of the zone. It's going to be even smaller now. The fights are going to happen. LELENA eSports finally going for that push it down. They're going to be one of the teammates has been damaged. He's yet to get knocked there. But we have RRAGE eSports player Slay is outside the zone. LELENA just passing by the vehicles, having a good time because they're the only ones who are safe. But then is it going to be enough? LELENA eSports getting last player from ZEUS. And the fights are definitely happening. And just because of the zone, RRAGE eSports loses their player, and now we can see Team SoloMind, last player remaining there, having to take on a fight between the players from LELENA eSports. Is he going to work out? Tries to get the damage there with the UMP. He has to be careful though. You are the only one remaining from your team. Will your skills, will your movements be enough? Let's just wait and see if that's going to be the case or not for this player. Zone is getting smaller. Let's go. Let's go. No way. One player is taking out the players from LELENA eSports. Nah. Is it Zara? Sava? Zara taking on the players by himself, one by one. But then unfortunately, LELENA eSports is on alert, and they're able to take this player all the way back to lobby. GG's to you, LELENA eSports, for getting the winner chicken dinner for your team. It was well deserved. I mean, some fights are actually unexpected, guys. I don't know about you, but for my end, it is unexpected for these fights to be happening. A lot does take place. Teams are taken back to lobby unexpectedly, but the last player there, the last player, SoloMind. Hey, you almost surprised all of us. He was almost taking out a whole team by himself as a solo player. His name is basically SoloMind. That makes sense. He had all the moves, right? He had the nade there, got his knock. He had the first knock. He was doing great. But then unfortunately, he's outnumbered. The pressure there, sometimes you're shaky, or I mean, these things happen. And we have to say it to you, GG's as well. Even though you did not get your chicken dinner, the nade did connect. It actually made sense. But then congratulations again to LELENA eSports for the winner chicken dinner. That was a well-deserved chicken dinner. We have TT Sexy, 2 eliminations and a damage of 239. Liva, 5 eliminations and a damage of 511. Mosi, 1 elimination and a damage of 257. Chillboy, 1 elimination and a damage of 75. This team basically helped each other throughout the game. They were trying to survive as much as they can, and it definitely paid out. They got their winner chicken dinner. So congratulations again to LELENA eSports for getting that win. And we can see what Liva has been doing, because those eliminations are good. That means he's been taking people out and they get themselves 19 points in. We have RRAGE eSports getting 16. Team SOLOMID gets 10. Project X 8. ZEUS FINALBOSS 7. RELENTLESS 6. We have Gen Z tying with ZEUS at 5. Neon Force and Blacklist, as well as OL Esports, getting 3 points in. Master Union Tycoons, Soul Society, Strike Esports, getting 1 point each. And then we have one Heavenly Punisher, no name required, and C Esports getting 0 points from that fight. So game two was heavy, guys. I don't know about you, but then game two, there's something about game two. It was unexpected. The fights there, I don't think we had planned for those fights. And then these things happen, sometimes you think you're going to get that win. You actually are almost getting that win, but then you're less your teammates. It gives you the pressure. You're trying to figure out what's going to be the next move. You understand? But it's totally allowed. It's totally okay. These things happen. Just hope that the next game, all your team players get to survive so that you can get your winner chicken dinner. There we have the man of the match being Lever from LELENA Esports, getting 5 eliminations. Like I said, we have seen his work there. 511 damage, gets 1 assist and 3 knockouts from that game, surviving a total of 22 minutes. Congratulations again to you, LELENA Esports, for getting that winner chicken dinner. Let's just have a quick look at the head-to-head here between LELENA Esports and RRAGE Esports. 11 eliminations on RRAGE's side, and then LELENA gets 9. We have damage dealt there. RRAGE getting 1,437. And then you have LELENA Esports getting a damage of 1,082. Total knockout from RRAGE Esports 7, LELENA Esports getting 6 knockouts. Total time in the blue for RRAGE Esports is 1 minute 24 seconds, and then LELENA Esports gets 0 time in the blue. That makes sense because when the fight was going on, we saw how they were on the safe zone. Even on the smallest zone was there, they were still on the safe zone. We have most eliminations there from Levi 5, highest damage, Relentless Player of Fear, 751. Grenade elimination, a Project X Knight, 1 elimination. Longest elimination, elimination, 310 meters from Lucifer. And then top traveler as SS Alchemy, that is in 3,408 meters covered. That's a lot of meters to be covered by a team. That means they landed quite far from the zone, and they did make their rotations there just to be in the safe zone, just to make us get as many points as possible. Well, that was game two. That was Miramar. First game there, we had Orangel Janzi getting the win. Game two, Miramar, we had LELENA Esports getting the win. And now that we are in Sunhawk, that is a match we will be seeing you guys. In the next game, it's going to be Sunhawk. It's going to be, again, a very interesting one. If you thought you enjoyed game one and two, we're going to game three, Sunhawk, that land of the snakes. So we hope to be seeing you guys in the next game. As usual, I hope you're liking, subbing, and sharing. Bye. All right, we are back. Third game of the night that is going to be Sunhawk. I mean, game one, Erangel is down. Generation Z got their winner, chicken dinner. Game two, we are in Miramar. We were in Miramar, sorry, and we had the best. I mean, I don't know about you, but that was actually the best time to be watching the East Africa Clash. But then GG still LELENA eSports for getting the winner, chicken dinner. And now we're going to be third game of the night. That's going to be Sunhawk. We're going to be seeing now. We're yet to see another country come there. We want to see another flag dominating the game. You understand? But then we want to say GG's to you, Lelena Esports and Gen Z for getting the wins on the first game and the second game. We're just getting started for the third game, that is in Hawk, land of the most snakes. I mean, even Amazon cannot win this battle. But then we're just going to be seeing going to be from the how many countries right now? Six countries. From the six countries, which country is going to be taking on the third game with the winner chicken dinner? As usual, as the game begins, have you hit that like button? Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Are you waiting for Mitch to show you how to do it? Just reach out and probably I'll explain how to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But let's just get to it. There we can see the zone is looking quite interesting, coming from the northeastern side all the way to the southwestern side. Basically, we're going to be seeing a lot happening there between Sami. The teams that land there late are going to be exposed to some sort of fight, because in Sunhawk, I just see people basically waiting for that. How do I put it? For that one mistake, for that because if you're playing Senhawk, in my mind, the first thing that comes is I'm ready. Wait. You have to wait. The battle is not easy. You have to wait it out. And then we're just getting started for game three, Sunhawk. We have to see how it's going to be playing out. The zone there that goes towards the eastern and northeastern side there of Sunhawk. We have a couple of teams there landing in Paradise Resort. Bootcamp as well seems to be a little bit crowded. The fights have already begun. Bootcamp is not a place you want to be. Soul Society getting one player knocked. The Neon Force are trying to get the fast happening here. We can hear the players from Soul Society trying to get closer to go for that push. But then are they ready to be going for that push yet? And we have Alchemy there as well getting knocked. We have just two players standing from Soul Society. Storm is quite damaged. We have the P-Fires there from No Mercy. All right, No Mercy, we are sorry. Klaus with the DBS, waiting for a chance there to get a Storm there. Ooh, let's go. Third knock on a Soul Society, leaving just one person remaining. And that is Frosty watching from afar. We're going to be seeing how that is going to be playing out. But then, we are just getting started. You are connections, right? No Mercy again goes for that push with his teammates. And even though we had Soul Society player Frosty getting one knock on the players from Neon, that is Umran, he has been able to get revived because his teammate Mercy was there to come to his rescue. Team are now losing players. Lelena Esports seems to be losing players as well. Two of their teammates are down. You can see how the scores as of now. It's going to be one interesting night, because everyone needs to catch up. You understand? Everyone needs to find a way of surviving these games without, and I mean without, missing a chance of making it to the semifinals. Now this is we are in the second phase, that is the group stage. First stage qualifiers just ended 3 days ago. Another, we are in the group stage. Which teams are going to be qualified? Because after the group stage, yeah, we only have 24 teams proceeding. 24. We started at 36. We're going to be leaving at 24, but then Blacklist Ronaldo there does get knocked, and it seems like his teammate Giz really needs to do something. Relentless player Khalid does get damaged there. The Beastful Pre-Fire from Gizzy. The nade does get some damage, but then unfortunately doesn't really knock him, but does make his teammate go all the way back to lobby S12K. Pre-Fires are definitely a thing now for the players. Blacklist Gizzy are getting the damage happening here. Nade is getting cooked up. But then do we have a Kobe on the Relentless player? We have a Fear watching from afar, a G-Man as well. Gizzy trying to cook up another nade here on G-Man. That's the nade connect. Doesn't really connect. Doesn't get any knock happening there. But then we are yet to see the best of Blacklist and Relentless Esports. Blacklist, Gizzy, and his teammate Emperor now remaining. Gizzy can't hear the nade getting cooked up, but then the player from Relentless doesn't stop cooking up that nade. Gizzy has to be careful, but then man of the match here, does get a Kobe on him. The pre-fires there from Emperor gets the damage there on G-Man as he tries to get the push up in there. Strike is what seems to be watching from afar, and Blacklist might just be sandwiched when it comes to this fight. Winners of the second game in Miramar, that is the LELENA eSports, have been taken all the way back to lobby. Blacklist as well have been taken back to lobby. I mean, we are yet to see the best of these teams. Sandhawk is just getting started. We have teams already been taken back to lobby. We have four teams in the lobby right now. Strike Esports there trying to get some stuff down. Relentless Esports, one player is down, and now that puts some pressure on Khalid, trying to get the revive here on Nate. But then Strike is not giving up. They want to get closer. They want to get the fast here on Nate. You can hear the pre-fires. You can hear them waiting for Relentless to make a mistake, and they'll be engaging just to make sure that they take these guys all the way back to lobby. Relentless Esports player Khalid finally does get a revive on his knocked teammate Nate, but then Strike Esports player Palmer getting closer. Suk as well, having a good time here. We're going to be seeing what's going to be happening. Is it going to be worth it? Is this fight worth it to engage in right now? Fear watching from afar. That does expose his location. That means that Strike Esports is aware of his location right now. We have Suk watching there from afar as well. They have split their teammates. They're working in twos. We have one of them a bit far. That means anything might happen, and they're ready for that. If three of the players are taken back to lobby, that means one of the players from Strike will retreat and continue gathering the points as much as possible. Actually, no. Starlight just joined Suk. That means they are ready to take on this fight. Neon Force here getting on the players from ZEUS final boss. Lucifer is quite low, and Aid is getting cooked up. Do you have a Kobe on Lucifer? He's low, does change his location, but then Neon Tony, watching from afar, does take on the last player here from ZEUS. Morris actually thought it was final boss. Sorry about that confusion. But then the gear there has been taken back slowly. Nate and his teammate from Relentless are trying to see how they're going to take out the players here from Strike Esports. Molly goes in where we have Nate. He's getting cooked and he is down. That gives the Strike a chance here to go for that push. And Suk is also quite damaged. He has to be careful about that push as well. Trying to go closer to the players from Relentless Esports. We have Starlight going for that push. DBS in. G-Man waiting right next to him actually by the entrance. Does get the fast knock here on Starlight. Taking him all the way back to lobby. And now Khalid cooking up with the nade. G-Man gets the second knock here on Strike. That is the Suk. And that leaves only one player standing from Strike. And that is none other than Mix. Watching from afar, but then his location has been exposed here. They know he's here because if you can see how Fear is watching from afar, and we can see people creeping in. That is the Generation Z as well. They're ready to engage in these fights. We're going to be seeing between these teams which team is going to get the winner. Chicken Dina, it's a smoke. If it were a nade, it would have taken him out, taken him all the way back to lobby, but that's not the case. Relentless player Fear here, waiting for Strike Esports player Mix to make a mistake. Is it going to be enough though? Strike needs to change his position. He's the only one remaining from his team. He might need to gather those points there, but Fear watching from afar does get some damage. This is not enough to get a knock happening here. He has to move. Relentless coming in for that push. You're ready to take him out. Pre-fires, stopping him from doing anything, even trying to get any damage on the teammates from Relentless. G-Man gets closer. S12K in hand. Misses the fast shot there. Mix with the shotgun as well. Waiting for G-Man. Does not get anything happen there. And GG's to Strike Esports. They have been taken back to lobby. Sandhawk is in their second phase. Alright? Second phase of the zone. We are yet to be on the damaging side of the zone. And we are down 7 teams. 7. 11 teams are now remaining. Gen Z as well just came closer to Relentless. That means we'll be losing another team. 1 second in, the zone is about to close. We're going to be seeing between Relentless and Gen Z, between those two teams, which one is going to survive at the end of the day there. The zone is definitely closing in. The teams now have to figure out where is it that we're going to be moving to, where we're going to be going. Is it going to become Bravo? It's empty. Is it Mong Nai? Is it going to be Paradise Resort? Is also empty. Bootcamp inhibitors are also moving. They don't want to stay there anymore. Basically, everyone is now moving towards the place they feel safe. TYC, they are trying to get some flanks happening there. Sorry, a rotation there from Ban are going towards where we might be having a fight between Janzi and Relentless Esports. For every other team, they're spread out between the map, across the map here. We have Mercenary Union coming in late into the zone around Bootcamp. They might be getting C Esports from behind. They might be getting Tony and his teammates as well from behind. So we're going to be seeing how that plays out at the end of the day. But for now, we're just getting started. It is the third game of the night. That is Sunhawk. We are in the first day of the group stage, and that is the games between Group A and Group B. We're yet to see in this group who is the man who says it all. Neon Force Sports, the players are from C Sports. Like I said, we're going to be having something happening there. Master Union as well will be joining this party. So yes, there's going to be a fight there as well, but let's keep it low. Yeah, let's not make any um expectation. Let's not say MRU will come here and get them from behind and take them all the way back to lobby. It's yet to decide on that, but we have CE Sports here getting engaged by the players from Neon. Tony and his teammates trying to get closer. We have Doc has to be careful. There's two players from Neon right in front of him, and we Mercenary Union finally joins the party. Like I said, the three teams might be forced to engage in a fight. Nate getting hooked up by Boss. Doesn't get a Kobe. Prison's Nate as well. Doesn't get a Kobe there. Prison are trying to go for that push. The P-Fires in. Boss is damaged. So is Prison. They have to be careful as well. Two teams, actually three teams at the same place. A Neon Force player, Tony, getting closer here on the players from C Sports. That Sport Boss there. Beautiful spray. Does get an immediate knock, but doesn't really get to Thuster. But then Prison might just be the one taking that kill. I mean, you give me food, it is on the table, I eat it. I'm hungry, I take it. There's no picking what I want to eat at this point. And Mercenary Union is enjoying their time here. C Esports, unfortunately for them, they are on the receiving end. Their teammate Loxy is down. Unfortunately, Gen Z does take out the players from Relentless Esports all the way back to lobby. C Sporting on the players there. I'm knocking and fast in the Neon Force player. That is no mercy. Tony going for that push DBS in. And C Esports have been taken back to lobby. We are in the third phase, okay? 9 teams remain. Zone is getting smaller. 1 minute in. Paradise Resort is still empty. We have to see who's going to take on that phase. The teams in Paradise Resort are feeling safe right now. Fast knock in there. Team SOLOMID, they're winners of this, almost the winners. Sorry, not really winners. Almost the winners of game 2. Are now taking on the players from RRAGE, but then unfortunately they have also been eliminated. 8 teams remaining. I don't know about you, but this might just be the shortest map we have watched when it comes to the East Africa games that have been happening here live on my YouTube channel every single time. We're just the second stage, that is the group stage. We're yet to see who is going to be going home with $800 from the $2,000 prize pool. Remember, if you make it to the finals, that is your chance of getting something for yourself. As long as you're in the top 16, you'll be going home with a part of the prize pool. Question is, will you be in the finals? You have another stage to cover. That is the semi-finals. And when you look at these games, it is actually very, very hard to maneuver throughout the map. It is hard to get the winner chicken dinner. So for every team that gets a chicken dinner, that's why I usually insist on telling them congratulations, because it's not easy. It is not easy at all. I mean, it is not easy to basically survive in the East Africa Clash lobby, but well, we move regardless. We just move as long as you get your points in and you get as many points happening for yourself. That is what matters at the end of the day. Let's just have a quick look at what is happening on the zone here. Ban seemed to be a place people actually relocated from. We have a team there passing by where TYC is. So we'll be seeing something happening there in case TYC decides to expose their location. We have teams like Mercenary Union way outside of the zone, really, really far out. They need to be focusing now on making it to the zone. Neon Force as well are trying to make it to the safe zone. Paradise Resort, the place where no one wanted to land, is now the safest place to be in because the zone is right there. And if anything happens, it might stay there. The fights might happen there. Or they may be on that upper side of Paradise Resort that is an open field with just hills, rocks, and trees to use as cover. We have some fire there. The players from Rage Esports are now are ready to take on a fight. Their TYCOONS Esports need to make it to the zone as well because it is closing in. They need to get a way of making it to the safe zone. That losing players, it is just the third game of the night, one game to go, and we'll be finished with the first day when it comes to the East Africa Clash group stage, that is Group A versus Group B. Rage Esports goes for that push on Project X, and they're feeling very cocky. The nade has been pre-cooked, but then the nade, two players are down from Rage Esports, and we have Aria trying to survive this, but unfortunately, Tacos goes into the DBS and is going to make sure he gets that happening there because my teammates, two of my teammates are down, and I need to do the best that I can to make sure they are revived and survive this without someone telling them that I am actually getting the revive. Kurt now going for that push. Tacos hooking up another nade there. Is it going to be a Kobe on Project X player? Kurt does close that door there, does save him from that grenade, but then he has to be careful. But Kurt as well is cooking up a nade. Is it going to be a Kobe on Tacos? Another nade getting cooked up again by Tacos, trying to get something happening here on Kurt. And Tacos Kurt as well is low on nades. Does get some damage here happening on Kurt. They should probably go for that push now because Project X is down one player and Kurt is quite damaged, but then we have to remember they do not see what we see here in the live stream. Tacos are taking on the Master Union players. The prison is very low, but then he gets that knocks on Tacos, and we have Project X player Boy Butter watching for a fight, getting that knock there on prison all the way back to lobby. Master Union comes in the late flank here, but then they seem to be having a hard time. Their players have been knocked down one by one, and Master Union, unfortunately, have been taken back to lobby. The late rotation didn't really pay out because they have not been able to get as many points when it comes to the kill points. Even for the position points right now, those points are not enough for Master Union. We have Gen Z taking on the players from TYC. Storm is down. We have Faris watching from afar. Nades coming in closer to the Gen Z team. Mali Boy is down. Zaki trying to get some cover fire happening here. Rage Esports is also quite occupied. There is a fight there. Beautiful spray there from Zaki. Gets a knock there. Unfortunately, I don't know about Rage Esports. They're getting sandwiched now. Again, Project X watching for a fight. Initially, it was Master Union that sandwiched this fight, but then tables have turned now. And this is what it is there. Boy Bota getting the knock there on the player from Rage Esports, taking him all the way back to lobby. The vehicle is finally here. He can use it as a means of escape, but we have Tacos getting closer, and the boy getting that knock. He's very low. The zone is closing in. 6 ways of the zone, and that might be a very, very damaging zone to be in right now. Gen Z engaging in this fight. Having beautiful space there. Does get some damage happening on the vehicle. Doesn't really get anything else happening there. Azusa and his teammates now trying to get more points on their end. But is it going to be enough? Project X, unfortunately, has been taken back slowly. 4 teams remaining now. TYCOONS losing players as well. And now the 4 teams remaining. We have Gen Z, winners of Game 1. Might just be the same thing that's happening in qualifiers. As long as you win Game 1, Game 3 is assured to be yours there. We have Kazuzas. After his teammate gets that knock, he's ready to go for that push. All no name required. The damage on Zaki is definitely there. Virus trying to get some pre-fires happening here, but is it going to be enough? Let's see how this happens here. Is it going to be something we want to see? Is it going to be Gen Z? Is it going to be well, basically what I'm trying to say is when Gen Z goes for that push, that means they feel confident enough to take on the team for no name required. But is it enough? I mean, don't underestimate any team. As long as the team is playing the East Africa Clash, you do not want to lose these fights. Let me come back. we have the last two teams remaining. Generation Z, feeling very confident as well. We are used to them being this confident. We have ZEUS, final boss, trying to cook up some nades here on Generation Z. The nades are definitely getting cooked up here. Gen Z is on the receiving end right now. Mali Boy needs to do something about it. The nade does connected down. Very basically low. But then we have Final Boss feeling confident there. And we have Mali Boy causing trouble. I told you the most troublesome person is Mali Boy. But then this time round, I don't know. Gen Z, unfortunately, have not been able to get their winner chicken dinner when it comes to the third game of the night, and that is the Sunhawk. We basically Gen Z was going to take this. I'm not even going to lie to you. I thought Gen Z had it in the bag, you understand? But then things have changed. Seems like it's not going to be Gen Z getting the winner chicken dinner. And it is what it is. I mean, it's the East Africa clash. The battle is quite hard. Teams are going to be exposed to third party fights. Sunhawk, before even the third phase, all right, we had 7 teams in lobby. 7. I don't know about you. We're just starting Group A, Group B. We have not seen Group C and Group D. We have to see between these two clusters, Group A and B, C and D, which is the most aggressive. For now, it is Group A and B are shocking all of us, me included. I'm trying to follow up and catch up. But there's nothing I can do. Congratulations again to you, ZEUS final boss, for the winner chicken dinner. Malibu was about to cause some trouble there. I told you he's a very troublesome player, but then things changed there. ZEUS came in, they did their thing. Malibu was outnumbered, and then we had nothing but a winner chicken dinner on ZEUS final boss. We have a final boss Godly getting 0 eliminations, 24 damage. Cryos getting 3 eliminations and 344 damage. Zol getting 1 elimination and a damage of 29. And then we have Empire getting 0 eliminations and a damage of 100. The GG's again to you, ZEUS final boss, for getting the winner chicken dinner when it comes to that game. When we look at the stats now, Neon Force does get 18 points in, even though they did not get the winner chicken dinner. They are position 1 just because of their points. Gen Z comes second with 17. Final Boss with 14, Rage 11, No Name Required, Relentless eSports 7 points each, Project X 5, 1 HP 4, MU, TYCOONS eSports, and ZEUS MORIS 3, and we have C eSports with 1 point, Team SOLOMID, ATLMAGICIANS, Blacklist, OL eSports, Soul Society, Strike eSports. These teams went out of the game even before the zone started moving. They were in the second phase and they were taken back to lobby. So that explains why they got 0 points from that game. And just looking at the man of the match, when it comes to game 3, that is Sunhawk, 5 kills and a damage of 989, 4 assists on their end, and 3 knockouts for Neon Klaus. Hey, Klaus. Okay, for Klaus, we have seen his team there. They were forced to engage in some third-party fights. They tried to survive there. They tried to get as many points as possible. We have him getting 5 kills. That is Klaus as a single player. So that explains why their points are up in terms of overall scoring. That makes sense. And GG's to you, Klaus, again. When you look at the head-to-head here, Neon Force getting 13 total eliminations, and Gen Z getting 11. Damage dealt by Neon Force, 2,533. And then Gen Z getting 1,774. Neon Force getting total knockouts as 12, as well as Gen Z. And then for Neon Force, they dealt a total of 1 minute and 9 seconds in the blue zone. And then we had Gen Z dealing 7 seconds only in the blue zone. This is some things that, well, I don't know, avoidable in Sunhawk. Being in the blue zone is something you don't really expect. It happens, and yeah, this is something that we yet to see which team is going to be making the best rotations at the end of the day. But then congratulations again to final boss for getting their winner chicken dinner. Most eliminations there, we have Neon Klaus getting 5, highest damage Neon Klaus again 989. Grenade eliminations 2 from final boss, longest elimination 169 meters from Tacos. And then we have top traveler as NNR Saliban with 4,332 meters traveled in Sunhawk, okay? Sunhawk. But then it's understandable. They were trying to rotate as much as possible, and that's totally fine. Well, we have just finished 3 games tonight. That is Erangel, Miramar, and Sunhawk. We have just begun, all right? Group stage has just begun. And we have one more game to go tonight, and we'll be calling tonight. So make sure do not go anywhere. Just join us in the next game. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. We are in the last game of the night, and that is going to be a wrangle once again. We had Gen Z getting the win on that. I don't know if that's going to be the same case happening tonight when it comes to the last game of the night. But then these are the East Africa Clash games. We are in the group stage, and we are just getting started. We had a wrangle game one, Gen Z winning. Game two, Miramar, it was LELENA eSports. And then game three, Instant Hawk, we had the ZEUS final boss getting the winner chicken dinner. Now we are going to the last game of the night. It's going to be a wrangle for match four. And we want to know in the comment section which team do you think is going to get the winner chicken dinner when it comes to the game. But then we'll know all about that from the live. We're just going to watch it till the end. And we'll get to see which team will be surprising us when it comes to winning the last game of the night. Make sure you're liking my live, you're sharing my live, and you're subscribing to my YouTube channel so that everyone can get to witness all the fun that comes from the East Africa Clash games that we want to see in game four. Which team is going to be winning? So just keep it locked, do not go anywhere. Make sure you just stay there and give us a team you think is going to be. Big shout out to everyone watching the live stream, the new subs. Thank you for joining us. And then again, for the sponsors, we have to give them a big shout out. We have Riveros Foundation. They just joined us. So thank you so much for joining and being a part of the sponsors. We have eSports Somalia Association as well sponsoring these together with the Kenya PUBG Mobile League as part of the sponsors when it comes to this beautiful tournament that we are getting to experience. And looking at the flight path, there seems to be coming from Lipovka all the way to Primosk, quite a clear flight path here. And then it looks like we're going to be having some fight happening on the sides of military base, Novo. I'm hoping that we'll be having bridge fights because that's where all the action happens. That's where all the pressure for surviving in these games starts from. So just make sure you watch till the end so that you can see it for yourselves as this battle unfolds. This is the last game of the night when it comes to East Africa Clash group stage day one, that is Group A versus Group B. But yes, okay. Sorry, I was confirming something on whether how I'm supposed to say something here. But then, yes, so we want to say again, big shout out to all our sponsors. We appreciate everything that you're doing for us. We appreciate you coming in and supporting the East Africa Clash. We could not have done this without you guys. A big shout out to you for coming in. Riveros Foundation, especially for coming and deciding to support us in this beautiful event. Let's just have a quick look at what is happening right now. And we have a Neon Force fast fight already. Just like Sunhawk, we had fights happening even before anyone could decide how to go or maybe move around in the game. But then eSports are taking on the players from Neon Force one by one. Klaus trying to retreat, and Tony as well wants to join his team just to go far away from this fight because they'll be losing points that they did not anticipate to lose as the game just began. Is Neon Force player Klaus and his teammate Tony seem to have gotten away, and they have to be careful because the sprees they are definitely making sense. The damage is there. We can see the one Heavenly Punishers engaging, might be forced to engage because they're in the same place as a Soul Society. So they're going to be in a fix here. They're going to be moving towards making sure it works. And I hope for them it actually works. eSports getting Klaus again. Seems like Neon Force wasn't able to retreat. Now they're down to one player, and that is Tony. And as the stats are changing, seems like Gen Z is now leading, but then it's only 5 points away. But then the margin from position 2 and 3 is 20 points away. Actually, not 20, but 18 points away. So that's something we're going to be seeing. What's going to be that? Was it going to be Neon Force doing something? But unfortunately, they've already lost 3 players and they are down to just 1. eSports as well, losing players now. Seems like Karma is now facing them. Fast zone, early fights. One of the best things to engage in, and we have the first team being taken back to lobby, and that is a Neon Force. So GG's to you, Neon Force. I don't think they had planned for this. Probably they were thinking on how they can make it to the next stage. Let's go. Soul Society trying to get some damage here on the one Heavenly Punisher. 5 seconds in, and we're going to be going to the next zone. 1 HP does get some damage there on Storm. Our man has been spotted there by Storm trying to get some damage of the Honey Badger. Again, I've not seen people using it throughout the game, but well, it is what it is. Mm, but yeah, we just have to get to it. I mean, someone just reminded that Somalia is an official region. So congratulations again to you, Somalia, for becoming official. Well, we actually, when this whole thing is just well miraculous because Somalia was floating everywhere, but then finally they have been made official in MENA there as well, and we love them here in Africa. So whatever you want to be, Somalia, we are with you guys. One of the Punisher going for that push on. Soul Staty Frosty is down. Storm might just be forced to do something here because the 1 HP players are feeling confident. Third knock actually, and the last player remains from Soul Society there, and we're going to be seeing is it going to be an easy clutch for 1 HP, or the last player from Soul Society is going to make it quite hard for them to do so. The sprays there trying to connect, but then we don't have any knock on the Soul Society side, and the second team has been taken back to lobby. I mean, that is it for Soul Society when it comes to qualifying to the next day. That is the semi-finale. Team Solomid are waiting on the players from Strike here. Do try to get some damage, but none of the bullets are connecting. Nothing is happening to the Strike eSports team, and they have easily crossed that bridge, and now they're going to be waiting on them. Like I said, tables turned. Unexpected are forced to engage in fights. But then who is PUBG? When the zone was moving, it decided it's going to be on the northeastern side around Stalba. I thought we were going to be having fights here. I believe even the players thought the same way. That's why we had teams landing on that side. And Generation Z taking on Strike Esports, getting at least 2 players down. Starlight and Sook, the 2 players I'm used to seeing them not engaging in fights. Mostly they usually are the ones going away just to make sure they have at least a few players staying far away from the fight to get their points up. So I hope that does pay out at the end of the day. C Esports seems to be down 3 players, having only 1 remaining from their team. Same to Strike, they have also lost players. And we have another fight currently happening. TYC have been taking on the Master Union. TYC Butcher is down, Black getting damage out of the P-Fires. Second player is down from TYC. Smith and his teammate Storm are forced to engage in that fight. TYC Smith getting that knock, trying to get the fast there, but unfortunately, Master Union is there to save his teammates, and they have been taken back to lobby. So that is it for TYCOONS Esports. It is what we love about this East Africa Clash. It is not an easy thing to be in, but we love to see it. At the end of the day, all that matters is, are you able to participate? And when you participate, how or when do you guys engage in fights? What are the calls you guys made? What are the rotations you guys took? How much did you lose to the zone? Because some teams are now losing fights just because of the zone. Now that the zone is closing in, the teams are going to be going towards this Poliana. We have teams around that place, teams in Stalba. We have Severny, Pochinki as well is now Gen Z is moving around Pochinki. Nothing is going to happen there because no one is staying there. Solomid as well, they're moving towards the safe zone. A lot of teams are now coming from the Blue Juice, going towards safe zone. Yes, Napoliana might be a little bit crowded as the zone moves. And Severny as well. We have teams going towards Severny. That means OL will be forced to engage in a fight before even the game continues, even before we can decide where is the next zone going to be, where we're going to hold, what is going to happen. I'm actually interested to see how is the zone going to move right now. Where's the safe zone for the last game going to be? Where is the fight going to end? The last one there in the first game, it ended in Georgia Bowl, open field. So I don't know if that's going to be the same case here for this next game. Blacklist have been able to go for the push on RRAGE eSports. One of the players is down. Second player down from RRAGE eSports. So he's trying to get some damage here as well on the Blacklist player. Beautiful pre-fires from Slay. Excuse me. We have the Blacklist player throwing in mollies. Might be trying to get some damage here on the RRAGE eSports player. The shotgun is out. I mean, these shotguns need to be eliminated from the game. But then again, a RRAGE eSports player is not backing down. Does get the first knock there on the player from Blacklist. and now Tacos are waiting for that push of DBS versus an Uzi, and Uzi prevails against the DBS just that because Blacklist, unfortunately, he did not pre-fire that DBS. We did not hear even a single shot coming from the Blacklist player when it came to that fight there. Well, now we are down at least 4 teams. 14 teams remaining. Second phase of the zone. We're getting to move even more. And we're yet to see which team is going to take the win. Let's just have a quick look at where the zone is shifting on to right now. Savani seems like OL wants to move from Savani. They want to go far away from there. Yes, Napoleon as well. People have moved far away from Yasnaya. It seems that they don't want to engage in a fight there as well. That's something we're going to be on the lookout for, just to see what's going to happen on this team. Stalba as well is going to be occupied by the teams, depending on how they decide to do their rotations here. That will impact where they're going to occupy. At the end of the day, Stalba seems to be that place you want to take rather take refuge in. There's Napoleana, teams getting closer. Project X is there. ZEUS final boss is also there. ZEUS Morris is also going towards us. Napoleana, RRAGE eSports still surviving after taking on Blacklist, still holding the same compound. A lot of teams are now trying to make it to the safe zone. Relentless eSports as well, just moving closer to where we have no name required. So a fight might be happening there as well. Strike eSports passing by Style, but they decide that is not a place they want to be in, and they go far away because Masna Union is right now occupying Stalba. That makes it hard for them to, well, engage in anything as of now, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is the game that decides from these teams that are playing, because only 24 teams proceed from this stage. Question is your team going to be part of the 24 teams? Are you going to be the top 6 teams that qualify when it comes to moving to the next stage from each group? So we're just going to be seeing, not really even each group, but rather the 24 teams in total when it comes to the scores. Are your teams going to be in the top 24 teams that have made it to the next bracket? This final boss there, been notified that Relentless eSports is close to them. We're going to be seeing a push happening there sooner or later because of how they have exposed their location, that is Relentless eSports. They might be forced to change their position as well. Zone of basically taking the places of Yasnaya, Savani, and Stalba. So teams are going to be choosing between these 3 places. If the zone decides to move, where are we going to occupy at the end of this zone movement? We have the OL eSports supporting the team passing by. The spray there is actually very stable from Sam. Doesn't really get any damage happening, but then the spray is definitely there. We have Zyrex watching from afar as well. OL eSports occupying this shark in Severny, just to make sure they are on the safest place when it comes to the zone rotation for this last game of the match and that of the day, sorry, and that is a Randall. If you're watching the live already, make sure to comment something there. Which team do you think is going to take the winner chicken dinner when it comes to the last game of the night, and that is the Randall? Again, guys, make sure you're liking the live, sharing, and subscribing to my YouTube channel as the games continue. We have seen the zona is about to close in. We have to see how is this going to affect the players here. How are they going to make their rotations when it comes to these fights? We have the players here from Team Solomid occupying the compound right outside of Savarni, and we have another team right next to them, that is a Generation Z in the tunnel close to shooting range there as well. So they need to be careful of that side, because if these guys are watching from afar, that means anything can happen, and you have to be on the safest zone at the end of the day there. And do you want to be there at the end of the day? Are you looking to be the last one, or rather be surprised when the zone shifts? And it actually does. Yes, Naya Poliana right now is the best place to be in. You saw Project X, they started off there, and now that people are coming towards them, Project X is changing their location, and they do not want to be in Yasnaya Poliana anymore. We have ZEUS, Morris, and ZEUS final boss might be going closer to Yasnaya as well. For Project X, they seem to be changing their position. Relentless eSports going towards them. One Heavenly Punishers as well are making their way to Yasnaya Poliana. Shooting range is now a place you do not want to be. So Gen Z and Solomid are now making their way to the safe zone, because these two teams are not in the safest place to be when the zone decides to shift. Lelena, excuse me, Lelena as well is making the rotations. We have to see what's going to happen there. But then this fight is not stopping anytime soon. No name required. Taking on the players from OL Esports. A lot of damage is in there from the grenades, but then no one is getting knocked there. No name required is having a very stressful moment right now, because there's a team coming from the back, and that is the ZEUS final boss, OL Esports. And ZEUS final boss might just be the ones sandwiching the no name required the team right now. The naders connect there from Swash, and that gives them our position to go for that push. Zyrox going closer, and we have Salabin trying to get the free fires in. The UMP does get the damage, but he doesn't really get a knock here. No name required. Salabin does get pushed again, and the S12K takes him out now, but then this time he's taken all the way back to lobby. His teammates need to act on their feet, because the teammate here has done a really good job getting the knocks in. Beautiful space there from no name required. Another knock on the OL Esports side. ZEUS final boss, the third party in this fight. OL Esports, they have been taken back to lobby. Kobe there from ZEUS final boss. I actually thought it was No Face because it looked like that name. But then GG's there. Seems like Zaski is a very patient player, waiting for the player from this final boss to make a mistake. We have a push there. Shotguns are in. The Bison is definitely getting the damage, but then unfortunately, no name required was outnumbered, and the ZEUS final boss have been able to survive that fight. Two teams have been taken back slowly from this fight, and we're just, well, almost finishing tonight's games, and teams are now getting eliminated, losing points. You need to gather as many points as possible to be amongst the top 24 teams that make it to the semi-finals. You have to be there when the shift is happening. You have to be in the semi-finals slot by the end of these games. That is the group stage games. You have a damage there from Generation Player. Zaki getting damaged. The strike Suk getting sprayed there, and unfortunately he's outnumbered, and the guy has been taken back to lobby. Another elimination point there on ZEUS Merce's side, and the zone is now closing in. Players from Stalbar are now moving towards this Napoleon. I want to see when the zone closes in again. It takes a portion of his Napoleon. Project X might just be safe once again. 11 teams remaining. We had 11 teams remaining when the game in Sanok was just starting. So I don't know if that's because it was a small map, but we're going to be seeing what is going to happen in now. 11 teams remaining. The zone is getting smaller. Is Napoleon might be a little bit crowded. We're going to be seeing a lot of third-party fights here and there. Solomid, Zara watching from afar. LELENA Esports as well. Just watching there, trying to see how they're going to be engaging in these fights. ZEUS final boss in the compound. They're scouting. Solomid does get some damage there on LELENA Esports player. And it is a TT Sexy. He's damaged and he's down. He's passing by. I don't know if they are aware of what is happening here, but then Team Solomid does get the fast knock here. And Zara watching from afar does spot one of the players from 1 HP. That is Armand. The damage is definitely there. And we have a fast knock there. 1 HP player has been knocked. The zone as well is helping players here to lose to win or rather lose fights, depending on which side of the fight you are in. But then the zone is actually helping them with that. One Heavenly Punishers players passing by with vehicles. We have the Team Solomid player Tricks trying to get the damage here. The revive is definitely taking place. The damage as well from 1 HP as they try to cover their teammates is definitely working. Cyrax with the smokes in just to keep it safe for his teammate to get the revive on their knocked player here. But then Team Solomid has only 2 players remaining, and that is our and Tricks. He is quite low. The healing is happening here right now. But then the zone is about to close in 1 second, and we're going to be moving to the next phase of the zone. One player here from Solomid has been knocked and casted immediately by ZEUS. Final boss. ZEUS is still a full team, cruising around, 7 eliminations in their bag. They're having the best time of their life here. They're just moving around and bagging those elimination points one by one. What is going to be the end game for this team? We have a Gen Z still surviving there. We don't know if they're going to be winning the last game of the night. We don't know if they're going to be getting the chicken dinners. But then LELENA Esports are losing players. That means that they have at least 1 player remaining on their end. ZEUS Morse as well, watching this fight from afar. They do not want to engage. That is it for LELENA Esports. GG's to you guys. So ZEUS final boss right now might be trying to have a fight here happening between Gen Z fast off in. Maliboy is then good cover from his team with another nade getting hooked up, not even Maliboy. But then Maliboy does get the fast knock there. The nade is definitely connecting. We have some damage there on the players from ZEUS final boss. We had to see a knock there. He's still cooking up another nade. Might just be a Kobe. Get some damage on the knock player. Final boss goes in. Gets a knock here on Maliboy. Gen Z losing players one by one. One player remaining. And that is it for Generation Z. They have been taken back. Slow BGGs to you, Gen Z. Quite unfortunate again. I mean, we thought they were going to be going for that chicken dinner, but then ZEUS final boss has stopped them. They're on their track. Final boss having 11 eliminations in their bag. They just need a few points to be right next to where we have Gen Z team players here. Might just be getting the same points here, but then might not be as easy again because 45, not even 45, but 40 plus points might be a hard thing to have them getting by the before the game ends. There we have ZEUS MORIS watching from afar, and we have things changing. Is it going to be ZEUS MORIS? Or is it going to be ZEUS final boss? Because these teams have almost the same name, and it sometimes gets confusing because the names are too similar. But then, just like the qualifiers, both teams qualified. And for the group stage, will the both teams be part of the qualifying teams? RRAGE eSports there as well, still in the building. Project X from Miss Napoliana are going towards the northern side of Erangel. Teams are now going to be forced to engage in open field fights because, as you can see, the zone is getting open by the minute. Project X gets their first knock here on the players there. ZEUS MORIS Faker is down. Lucifer is down as well. Paradox and his teammate remain. Project X coming in. Knight cooking up a nade. We have a Kobe on a ZEUS MORIS final duo. The nade is going in. Do we have a Kobe? Doesn't get really anything happening there, but then Paradox and his teammate are watching from afar. Lucifer has been taken back slowly. Faker is low. Project X player Knight goes for that push, doesn't really think it through, and he is down. We have they're trying to get the revive there as well. Knight is getting the revive. The nades are connecting. The damage on Paradox is definitely there. We have Arget getting some damage on ZEUS Paradox. And the revive is done. Knight going for that push. S12K does get the first knock. And that leaves just Logic as the last player standing from ZEUS MORIS. Is it going to be enough though? Is it going to be enough? That is something we want to see there, but we have nades coming there from ZEUS MORIS. Logic tries to get some damage there on Project X. DBS P fires in. DBS might just be the best thing now, right? Because if he does it right, he might be taking out these players, and he takes them out. First player in, second player down. Logic using the R1000 IQ that comes with his name. Logic goes for the last player there. Actually, third player, one person remains from Project X. Will it be a clash there? And we go finally in the East Africa Clash Games. We have a clash from one player, takes out a whole team by himself using a DBS, and he still goes on. Spots the player there from Master Union, takes out Master Union player Swashi, and might be looking for a chance to go for that fast run and get some loot here for himself. He has to be careful though because Master Union player Prison is getting closer. Might be looking for that revive on his knocked teammate, that is Swashi. But yo, ZEUS MORIS player Logic takes out Project X single-handedly all the way back to lobby. Zone is now shifting. Has to make it to the safe zone now. 4 teams remaining. That is ZEUS final boss, ZEUS MORIS. We have RRAGE eSports, and we have the players from Relentless as well. In what have I said? Rage? Not Rage. Excuse me. So ZEUS final boss and his team and the team that is Tilton's Rage. Can't see the small logo, but yes. So ZEUS MORIS, ZEUS final boss, and Relentless eSports are now the teams remaining. We have Relentless having a duo, ZEUS final boss as well having a duo, and then ZEUS MORIS being the only solo remaining from his team. Something we're going to see if that's going to be happening at the end of the day. Are we going to be seeing a solo take on the winner chicken dinner, or are the duos going to be taking each other out while the solo watches from afar? Zone is about to shift. Logic is going to be forced now to go closer to the players from Relentless eSports of Fear. And his teammate now are in the seventh place, trying to get some damage there on Godly. Does get some spray there, does connect, but then the knock hasn't registered yet. Only trying to make it to the zone there. We have ZEUS MORIS player Logic watching from afar, does get the first knock there on the player from Relentless eSports, that is Nate, and will be forced to go for that revive. Final boss player Godly is still low. Logic watching from afar. He has only 15 seconds to figure out how am I going to move from this place to the next place. We have the last one of the players that they are from Final Boss cooking up a nade there on a Logic. Might be getting a Kobe on his end. The nade does go closer to him. Doesn't really get anything happening there, but then he has to move towards the zone. It's going to be quite damaging. He has to figure out how am I going to move. He has a buggy that he can use to go towards the zone. Fear trying to get the revive there on his knocked teammate. Final Boss player is quite low, but then unfortunately for Logic, that is the end of the road when it comes to him. Beautiful, impressive gameplay coming from ZEUS. But unfortunately, they were outnumbered, and Logic has been taken back to lobby. Two teams remaining. Relentless player Fear is down. Nate's trying to heal up there, but then the players are from ZEUS Final Boss are not backing out. I told you all they need is 20 plus points, and they'll be getting their move to either position 2 or 3 when it comes to the overall scores. There we have a Nate there getting cooked up by Nate. We have a Kobe, and the last player doesn't really get anything happening there. On a Final Boss player, Godly, he's low, he's lacking on meds. He has the only saving grace he has now is his teammate, and is it going to be enough from Empire? Nate tries to cook up another nade there on Empire's side. He has to be careful because Final Boss, the snake is closing in. Money's coming in slow. Nate, how good is your reflex? Final Boss player Godly getting closer. Nate has been damaged there. Final Boss player Godly is a low, still battling with the low HP he has. He has no meds in his bag. He's trying to get the pre-fires there on Nate. He gets the UMP in. And you have the teammate as well. Gets a fast lock there. Nate is ready to take on the winner. Winner Chicken, Adina Empire now getting closer as well. I basically dusted that knock there, and we have now Nate versus the last player from that is a ZEUS Final Boss player Empire between Relentless Esports and ZEUS Final Boss player Empire, who is going to be crowned the winner for the last game in D1 for the group stage, Group A versus Group B. Let's just watch and see. Molly's coming in there from Nate, trying to get some damage on Empire. And we're going to be seeing what is happening here. A lot is going to be taking place. Our teams are going to be forced to go for that push. At the end of the day, all you have to do is just do what works. What works for you? Is it smoking, going for that push? Is it going to be waiting for that guy to come towards you, that you can take him all the way back to lobby? But we're just going to be seeing if that's going to be the case right now. Nate watching from afar, snaking it out, relaxing, I believe, flexing his fingers now, waiting for that chance. We have Empire as well on that side, basically waiting it out, waiting for someone to make a mistake. Is Nate going to come towards me? Is Nate going to give me just a little bit of something to get some damage on him? Is it going to be his helmet? Is it going to be his feet? We're going to be seeing that. Is it going to be ZEUS Final Boss getting the second win in a row? Or is it going to be Relentless Esports finally getting the winner chicken dinner when it comes to the last day for the first day for the group stage? That is Group A versus Group B. Let's just wait and see it out. But as we wait, make sure you're liking the live because this is the last game of the night. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, hit on that subscribe button and let's continue growing the community as you watch the East Africa Clash games as they unfold, as you watch these teams show us what they can do, as you watch East Africa show us what they've got and who they are when it comes to the competitive scene in PUBG Mobile. That's something, of course, we're going to be on the lookout on, just to see how they work it out and how they're going to be getting their winner chicken dinner. For now, all that is going to save these players and what is going to force them to engage in a fight is the zone. I don't know about you, but yeah, if you have some water, make sure you sip that water. If you have some food, make sure you eat that food, just to stay on the loop as you wait for them to make their first move there, as you wait for them to decide how are they going to figure things out. Is it going to be how do I put this? Is it going to be Nate? Is it going to be Empire? Because now, guys, this is what we call a patience game. Who is who at the end of the day? Nani ni nani. For those who don't understand, that is Swahili for who is who by the time these games end. So just make sure you're watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, because the game is coming to an end. The zone is finally moving. Nate and Empire are going to be forced. Empire is waiting patiently. Nate goes for that push. And just like that, Nate, feeling confident, does get the winner chicken dinner for his team. And it is Relentless Esports going home with the winner chicken dinner for the last game of the night. Again, GG's to you, Relentless. GG's to you, Nate. He got the confidence to go for that push. Empire waited him out, waited for him to come to him. And by that, Nate was confident enough to go for that push, and that is what actually led to him getting the last elimination on the last player from Final Boss. So GG's again to you, Nate, for getting the winner chicken dinner for your team, Relentless Esports. They said Ethiopia, Relentless is that team, and they're not disappointing. The game has come to an end. We have finished Group A, Group B, and it has finally paid out. Relentless Esports have finally been able to crown themselves the winner for the last game, and that is a wrangle. I mean, this is not the last day for the group stages, okay? We still have Group C, D, Group AC, DB, all that. We are going to be mixed up again for 4 days so we can see from these rotations, from the 32 teams, that is 6 teams, sorry, how many teams are going to proceed? 24. Question is your team going to be amongst the 24 teams that make it to the next stage, that is the semi-finale, one step closer to the $2,000 prize pool? All I said is, as long as you make it to the top 16, in the finale, you're going something from the $2,000. You'll go home with something, and the MVP might just be going with $100 clean, not sharing with anyone, just himself doing his thing. So we're just going to be watching these games from today till the last day, just to see how are these fights going to unfold for these teams. I have basically enjoyed this. I mean, game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. Nah, that is what we call the battle of the lords. East Africa needs to show us, between all those 8 countries, which is the best country when it comes to PUBG mobile competitive scene. And that's the only way we're going to be seeing that is to the East Africa Clash games that are currently unfolding as we continue in the group stage after we finished our qualifiers 3 days ago. So things are changing, okay, guys? Things are changing. The table might also change. So we're going to be waiting till the end of the live so we can see from the teams that have played today which team is in position 1, position 2, and position 3, because that's going to be very, very important. There, we look at the winner chicken dinner stats for Khalid, for Khalid's team, that is Relentless. Khalid getting 0 eliminations and a damage of 96. We have G-Man, 0 eliminations, 0 damage. Nate, 2 eliminations, 313 damage. And we have Fear getting 0 eliminations and a damage of 123. So GG's to Relentless Esports for that. Actually, seems like one player is the one who was dominating. That is Nate. Did get the last 2 kills from the final zone fight. So of course that did pay out at the end of the day. So GG's on that. But when you look at the man of the match here, we have ZEUS Empire getting 9 eliminations, dealing a damage of 827, 0 assists from his side, and he gets 5 knockouts during the fight, dealing a survival time of 26 minutes in total. So GG's to you again, ZEUS FINALBOSS, for getting the winner, for getting the man of the match title, that is ZEUS Empire. GG's on that with your 9 kills and the damage of 827. How beautiful is that? I mean, for ZEUS, I actually thought the man of the match was going to be Logic from ZEUS MORIS, but then he didn't really have those a lot of that, but it happens sometimes. So Jesus on that there, but we can see ZEUS FINALBOSS getting 24 points in. I mean, I told you they need these points to be in the position 2-3, but we're going to be seeing that at the end of the day when the live ends. There, ZEUS MORIS getting 15, Relentless Esports getting 12, RRAGE 11, 8 points tied with MERCENARY Union. Project X getting 6 points, C Esports getting 5, Team SOLOMID 4, No Name Required time with OL Esports and Gen Z with 2 points. Neon Force getting 1 point as well, time with every other team coming after that, and some teams going home with 0 points. We have head-to-head there, ZEUS FINALBOSS getting 18 total eliminations, and ZEUS MORIS getting total 10 eliminations. A total of damage dealt by ZEUS FINALBOSS is 1971, and for ZEUS MORIS it is 1418. Total knockouts, ZEUS MORIS getting 11 and FINALBOSS getting 9. And then you have total time in the blue. ZEUS FINALBOSS have basically 5 seconds, and ZEUS Morris have 11 seconds in for the blue zone. We have match report here. Most eliminations is 9 from ZEUS Empire. Highest damage Kairos from Final Boss. Grenadier elimination 4 from Kairos as well. Longest elimination 335 meters from Aria Project X, and the top traveler from the one Heavenly Punisher there, that is Cyrax, covering a total of 2,548 meters in that game alone. That is a wrangle, not really that big compared to the 3,000 meters we saw someone covering from was it Soul Society? So yeah, that's a really a big amount of movement. So Wrangle Match 1, we had the winners as Gen Z. Match 2, we had Miramar, LELENA eSports. Match 3, Sunhawk, we had ZEUS Final Boss. And Match 4, Wrangle, we had Relentless eSports for getting the winner, Chicken Dinner. So congratulations again to every single win that have won at tonight's games. You all have deserved that win. And as you look at the final results, finally, total leaderboard after all the games have been played for this day. RRAGE eSports goes home with 51 total points. Janzi 47. ZEUS Final Boss not that far, 46 points from 22. Relentless eSports getting 30. ZEUS Morris 27. Project X 26. Neon Force 23. Master Union 21. LELENA eSports 20. Team SOLOMID 14. 1 HP Tiny eSports at 12. TYCOONS 10. No name required a time with only OL eSports at 9, Blacklist 8 points, Strike eSports 3 points in that game. So GG's on that end when it comes to you guys. I mean, everyone has tried their level best. Some teams have dominated the others, but then that's what happens in a competitive scene. Sometimes you dominate, sometimes you don't, and it happens. Sometimes you qualify, and sometimes you do not qualify. So that is something that happens at the end of the day. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's games. I have basically enjoyed all of them. It has been an honor hosting for you guys, being your caster. And as we go and complete this, I'm hoping that you guys are going to be enjoying tomorrow's games as well. So for now, it is good night. Congratulations again to every team that has won the winner with the chicken dinner. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Just make sure you bring your popcorns and sodas and whatever, because it's going to be even hotter. Have yourselves a lovely night. Out.